Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Danny Stories. So guys, today show is going to be on Christian talks. And so the title of today's talk is going to be Teenage Struggles and Possible Solutions. As teenagers, we come across different struggles, but you must realize that towards any challenge that you approach or fight through, you should stay strong, have faith, but as humans, we cannot be able to stand everything. At some point, we are going to break. So that is where God comes in. You should not only have 100% trust or hope on man or yourself, you should also have trust in God. Yes, that is why we have God, because God is perfect in all his ways, is impeccable. So you should have a hope. Your first hope should be on God. Why so? Because we may face certain challenges that may sweep us off our feet, commands us to be strong and be courageous. In Joshua chapter 1 verse 9, Joshua chapter 1 verse 9 says, Have I not commanded thee? Be strong and be of good courage, for the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever does. Also, Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10 tells us more about having courage and hope in God. So let's move to our basic topic for today, which is teenage struggles and possible solutions. So guys, I'm just going to be stating some common struggles or challenges we teenagers face. I'm not going to be stating everyone's. I'm just going to pick the most common ones. So the first challenge we most likely face is emotional problems. Most of us don't know how to control our feelings, thoughts, or emotion. My teacher once told me that thoughts brings up emotion. Emotion then brings up action or reaction. What are you feeding your mind with? It is what we expose ourselves to that allows us to react or act in a certain way or feel in a certain way. Especially the movies we watch, people will follow. What we feed our mind with will allow us to react or think in a certain way. Let's take for instance, let's say a child watch a wrestling match or a wrestling show. Do you know what then happened to that child? He has a certain thought in his mind that he will be able to fight like those he watch on TV. Then what does this child do? He then goes on to school and challenge other of his peers or his classmates to fight with him, and later he then injures himself. Why I'm giving us this instance is to allow us understand that the way I've just explained this situation to you is the way devil works on most of our minds, mostly teenagers. He first feeds us with a certain content or information that will help us think in a certain way that is not right, and then we then act in a certain manner based on the thoughts we had by being fed on that information, that wrong information. And when we act in that certain manner, we then fall into bigger trouble. This is just a scenario I'm trying to give because that is what is really happening mostly in teenagers. We are being exposed to the wrong information, and it is mostly taken from social media, guys. You are fed with a certain thought and you then act in a way which is not right, and the end result is destruction. Let me not exaggerate. The end result could be anything. It could be destruction, it could be loss. So guys, be careful of who you follow online. What you feed your mind with, what you expose yourself to will build up your thoughts. So be careful, make the right choice on what you watch, what you expose yourself to, the advice you take from some people or from some sources. This is very crucial, guys. So please, your thoughts help to build your emotion, and your emotion then build your action. Make the right choice and feed your mind with the right information. John chapter 10 verse 10, and it says, "The thief, which is Satan, comes not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. But I come," that is God, "that they might have life, and they might have it more abundantly." So secondly, another challenge we as teenagers may likely face is peer group influence. Guys, this is most common. We are always sensitive to what is trending, what people are doing. Sometimes you don't even bother to know if it's right or wrong. Please and please, don't act based on what everyone is doing. And please distinguish yourself from the world. Don't just feel like you are supposed to do it because everyone is doing it and it is not right. Please distinguish yourself from the world, as it is said in John chapter 1 verse 10. And I quote, "He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not." Know that you made for greater things. God, for the purpose that you are alive, is that God still have plans for you. So guys, please keep that in mind and don't act based on what everyone seems to be doing. Yes, I know it can be tempting, and it's not easy to be able to, not act based on what everybody is doing, because it will feel like you are like an outcast or something. But I want you to know that you should not be tempted by what everyone seems to be doing, and that thing they seem to be doing may lead them to more sin. It may look enticing at first, but trust me, it is not worth it at all. As the Bible tells us in Matthew chapter 26 verse 41, it tells us that we should watch and pray, and we should not be tempted. But when you follow this way and you make up your mind not to be tempted by what other people are doing, trust me, you will rejoice at the end, and you will know the purpose. Because the purpose of you not following the word is that you are an heritage of God. Present God in whatever you do. So guys, have that in back of your mind. Before you act in a certain way, think, does this way which I'm about to act, does it represent God? Does it really show that I'm a Christian? Should try as hard as possible to reference God in what you do, and when God sees your willingness and your dedication towards Him, He will surely help you more and more. Thirdly, the last struggle I'm going to be indicating today is academic struggles. Yes, this can be really tough. Sometimes you feel like that certain subject is impossible to understand. Do you feel like you are not going to ever pass that subject? Yes, I can relate to that. It's very common. But let me tell you like my personal experience with that. Okay, so I was having problems with my physics and chemistry. I think that was in SS2, which is grade 9. But I then went into prayer. I prayed towards it. I seek the face of God. I asked God for His help. And then not only praying, I went ahead and studied harder. Yes, you have to back up your prayers with your work. Because the Bible also says faith without work is death. So you can't just expect God to be a magician and just, you pray and you don't do anything and something happen. No, you can't expect God to work like that. God works based on what you have done. So God's role is just to help you in remembrance, give you the Holy Spirit to guide you towards what you've worked hard. God, like for example, you worked, let's say 2%, God will help you boost that 2% to 10%. So that is just what God does for you. Trust me on that. So as I was saying, back to what I was saying. So I studied harder in that subject, which is physics and chemistry. And then, guys, I started acing all my tests and exams. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how. I just believed and I had faith in God that He will surely help me, and I worked towards it. And now I'm passing it. I'm getting A. The last test I did, I scored A, which is distinction, and I'm really glad for that. And if I can do so, you can also do so. So don't down yourself, don't be discouraged, work harder, and mostly seek the face of God, and He will surely help you. Yes, even the Bible also says in 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15, study to show yourself approved. See, the Bible even says so. Work hard and you will see the result of it all. And also, I want to give some tips. If, for instance, you're studying and you still don't get it, don't worry at all. Why don't you try asking a friend who is very good at that subject, or getting a teacher to explain it to you? Try those tips and see the result of it all. And remember, ask God for help and He will help you. For the Bible also says in Matthew chapter 7 verse 7, ask and it shall be given unto you, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you. So what else do you have to worry about, where you have all the answers and solutions in the palms of your hand? I have not been able to touch most aspects, like most struggles you might be facing or your friend might be facing, but I'm just going to give like a general solution to any form of struggle you might be facing. Having hope in God and courage in yourself. Yes, you may be facing any challenges that requires you to have courage in yourself and have hope in God, and see what will happen. Just try that and see what will happen. Have courage in yourself and have hope in God. Get fast in your prayer and God will answer you. Also, you could also overcome all these struggles by having a close relationship with God. Yes, I'm so disappointed to say that most teenagers don't have this kind of intimacy with God. They don't see it as important, they don't see it as vital. You have a close relationship with God. When you put God first in everything you do, you begin to see wonders, you begin to see great things happening in your life. Some may say they don't believe God exists. Well, I don't know about you, but as for me, I have really witnessed the glory of God in my life. I've really witnessed God doings in my life. He really helped me to be the better version of myself. Pray to God. Ask Him that you want to also receive answers, because prayer is communication with God. You just don't send a message and you don't receive, because communication is passing of information and receiving feedback. So ask Him and believe. Your faith is very crucial. If you're asking Him and you don't believe that He will answer you, I'm sorry, you're not going to get any answers. So just calm down, ask Him for like feedback on your prayers, and just be patient, have hope, and He will surely answer you. Romans chapter 12 verse 12 tells us to be patient in tribulations. It tells us to rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, and be constant instantly in your prayers.